Yo! Hey yo guys, Steph here, and right now we are into our third week of staying home, and I wanted to make this video because I feel the need to produce content in order to not die of boredom, and also because I'm avoiding my responsibilities while working from home. Anyway, before we start this video, wash your hands and I hope you enjoy it. The quarantine is definitely a time where gamers are having some fun amid all the chaos in the world, but with all this free time, they are bound to finish older games, leaving them without something to play. So today, in this video, I'll help you out and show you which games you should be playing in this quarantine. I'm going to give and explain some guidelines, but in essence you need to play games that fall into these categories. If it falls into any of this, it is almost guaranteed that you are not getting bored. Our first category is that you play games that are replayable. What I mean with these is games that have any one of these characteristics. Multiple endings, new game plus, branching paths, decision making, a bunch of secrets, multiple difficulty settings, or a bunch of collectibles. There are a bunch of games with these characteristics. Here are some examples. Nier Automata with its 27 different endings, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 with a bunch of collectible blades, Doom Eternal with a ton of secrets, Fire Emblem 3 Houses with 3 story paths, Hollow Knight with its huge map, Bloodborne and Sekiro with their side quests and New Game Plus, Celeste with its side B tapes, and many more, just to name a few. Our next category is to play long games. What I mean with these is games that take a long time to finish, either due to how long the story is, the extra content, collectibles, secrets, achievements, maps, etc. But this category goes in hand with our next one, which is to play RPGs, or role-playing games. Either turn-based or action RPGs are known to be long and expanding games that contain multiple branching paths, side quests, endings, special bosses, and huge overarching stories. Games that are long but not necessarily RPGs can be The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild with its huge map, Mario Odyssey with its 999 moons, The Witcher 3 and Skyrim because of course they're in this list, and Borderlands 3 with a huge amount of side quests and storylines you can follow. And long as hell RPGs that are bound to take a bunch of your time are Dragon Quest XI with its long-ass story, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 with their huge and vast maps, Octopath Traveler with its 8 different storylines, Persona 5 and Tokyo Mirage Sessions with all the side content and extra things to do in-game, absolutely every Tales of game because they are super long and fun to play, and Pokemon Sword and Shield, especially if you get into competitive Pokemon. There's also many more, but we will stay here all day. Our fourth category is games that you can revisit every single day. There are game genres like simulators and roguelikes where you can revisit every single day and experience something new. These games are highly recommendable because they can bring many days of enjoyment and can last a long time. An example of roguelike games are Dead Cells, Enter the Gungeon, Wizard of Legend, One Step from Eden, and many more. These are games that have procedural generation, which shuffles levels, assets, enemies, set pieces, and a bunch of things in order to create unique levels every single time. And another example of games that you can revisit every single day and do something new can be Stardew Valley, Terraria, and the hit new Nintendo game Animal Crossing New Horizons, which is absolutely great. These games also have timed events and every day you can experience something new. Our next category is to play game compilations. In today's day and age, it's the prime time to experience older games thanks to game compilations from famous franchises. Take Capcom for example, where you can choose to play from the original Mega Man games to Mega Man X and Mega Man Zero in 5 different collections. There's also the Switch Online apps that contain the classic 2D Mario games and classic Zelda games. In PlayStation 4, you have Castlevania Requiem, that includes Castlevania Symphony of the Night, one of my favorite games of all time. And finally, there are these amazing remakes done by Activision like Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy and Spyro the Reignited Trilogy for both PlayStation 4, Switch, and Steam. Our sixth category is to play online games, and as you may know, online games are one of the most prolific game genres ever right now, mainly because you can play with friends, family, and even strangers. For example, the online games I'm playing right now are League of Legends, the new set of Teamfight Tactics, which is really good, and Monster Hunter World, especially the Iceborne expansion. Hunting monsters, doing raids, and creating an armor set that doesn't make me look like an intergalactic stripper.
Oh, you touch my tra-la-la. My ding-ding-dong.
But aside from those games, you have others like Apex Legends, PUBG, Fortnite, Call of Duty Warzone, which is free, Warframe, which is also free, and Rainbow Six Siege, which is getting a hell of discounts every single week during this quarantine. Our seventh and final category is to play good games. Now, you might be thinking, what the hell does that even mean? That's such a broad category. Well, let me put it this way. Play games that you haven't have found time to play. Games that you dropped. Games that you weren't able to buy in some time. And right now they are there just to pick up. For example, I'm gonna play God of War because back in 2018 I wasn't able to play it. So I'm gonna play it. And I already started and finished Doom 2016. Because I wanted to play Doom Eternal. Thing is, right now is the prime moment to play games that are right there, specifically if they're good games. This video was made as a guide so you can choose a game that'll last you longer during these times. But essentially, all I want to say is that I want you to stay safe and play games just to take your head out of all this, even if it's just for a second. But that's all I can do for now. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of my content, even consider subscribing. I also did a video on the history of Platinum Games and Clover Studio, which it's pretty good, I just have to say that. But stay safe, take care of yourself, and see you soon, okay?